You ready for Clifford's Corner podcast?
Yes!
With your host, Clifford English. Turn your speakers up, cause the episodes be dripping.
Got that drip. I got the drip.
He's talking about society, culture, and more. What you need to know, when you need to know. And now, here's your host,
They call me.
Clifford English.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Clifford's Corner, where we encourage, where we empower, where we equip, where we educate, and we entertain you. Let me turn my microphone and my headphones down. I'm using my radio voice this morning. Good morning. Welcome to Clifford's Corner. Smooth sounds. So we haven't been live for a while. A couple of weeks ago, I let everybody know of the reason why we weren't, because I knowingly or unknowingly got blocked on Facebook for, I'm trying to do like 3 things at one time, which I can do, for posting a Dallas Cowboy memes or whatever that is with the mascot with his head down. And I guess somebody didn't like it and they blocked me, got me blocked or got me put in Facebook jail for, I think it was 30 days, something like that. And I was actually doing a podcast where Jason Walker, shout out to Jason Walker, was on the podcast, and it was the emasculating of the black man was the topic. And I kept noticing, you can look up in the corner and see how many people that you had. And the numbers were at 0. I was like, wait a minute, we never had 0. Well, it was only to find out that we weren't live, and I wasn't smart enough to figure that out until after the fact. But you can still actually check us out on YouTube, like our Facebook page, like us or follow us on Instagram. We're also on Twitter, and we do challenge you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. So again, we're back doing the podcast on the 2nd and 4th Saturdays of the month at 10 o'clock, unless otherwise, let you know otherwise, we will be doing it then. So today, I want to talk to you about this subject right here. Follow your dreams, period. Follow your dreams, period. That's the topic for today. And hold on, some more. Y'all think that's water, but that's actually vodka. No, it's not. When you're a child, if you notice, people always ask you, what do you want to do? What do you want to be when you grow up? The average boy, child, or young child will either use one or 2 things. I want to be, well, back 100 years ago when I was a child, they would say, I want to be a policeman or a firefighter. They would say something like that. However, nowadays, it's changed. People want to be an athlete or a sports figure or some type of entertainer. Just to let you know how the times have changed. That people want to do other things. They want to be sports. They want to be, because that's prevalent in our community, on TV. With all these crappy reality shows and all this other stuff. Everybody should have some type of dream, some type of aspiration, something to motivate you to be better in life, to be a better provider, to be a better person. Whether that's whatever field, entertainment, construction, medical, whatever it is, everybody should have a dream, an aspiration, where you can visually see where you want to be in life. Nobody wakes up and says, I want to be nothing. I don't know anybody that's ever woke up and said, hey, I want to be a bum. Now they might have wound up being a bum. But that's a different podcast for a different time. They might have wound up being a bum, but nobody wakes up saying that they want to be a bum. So again, how do you structure yourself to follow your dreams? There's a formula. There's a formula, and it's just my simple way of thinking, my simple-minded way of thinking to follow your dreams. How do you follow your dreams? First, you have to ask yourself, is what I'm doing, what I'm thinking about being or becoming, is that attainable? For instance, I can't say that I want to be a mathematician because math was not a strong subject for me. It was, I barely made it. When I say barely, if the grade was a 70, I made a 71. So you can't actually say, make it attainable. And let me tell you why. Because it's discouraging when you set a goal. And let me say this. Write this down. Excuse me. An objective without a timeline is just a dream. An objective without a timeline is just a dream. What does that mean? So people say they want to do something, but they don't have a timeline, and it makes them thinner. You know the ones. It makes them where every time you see them, they finna do something. I'm finna get a job. I'm finna get married. I'm finna go to school, and then you see them a year or 6 months later, and they still finna. So my question is, I get nosy, and I start asking, so what's making you still finna? Nobody's gonna knock on your door and give you a job. Nobody's gonna knock on your door with opportunity. That very rarely happens. And I read somewhere that faith without works is dead. I read that. So if you don't put in the work, it's not gonna happen. If you don't try to get better, you're not gonna get better. If you don't try to, if you're going to college and it's hard and you want to give up, then you're not gonna get better. And at the end of the day, what's gonna happen is you're gonna be one of these people that sits back when they're 50 or 60 years old saying, I wish I would have, but then time is not on your side anymore. Time or those opportunities that might have been presented at that time are not there anymore. So what I suggest is, first, again, is the dream, the aspiration, is it attainable? Is it something that you can actually see? And then whatever industry, whatever field that is, you need to surround yourself with people that are in that field that you can see are moving, making moves. They making money moves, as Cardi said, Cardi B now. They making money moves. They're doing something positive. For instance, let me shout out David Settle with DJS Entertainment. I DJed for David for, 4 or 5 years, and David kept me busy. God bless you, David. I was booked Friday, Saturday, Sunday for 4 or 5 years. He kept me with events, and then I woke up one day, and it was the latter part of August. I do remember that part, and I said to myself, I want to do this on my own. I think I can start my own events and entertainment business. So first thing is, if you're married, and there's somebody else, let me say it this way. Well, you all don't have pool finances that are pooled together if you're not married, because it says the two become one. Then you don't have to ask anybody. But if you have a significant other, this is something when you're talking about following your dreams that you need to talk to them about, because now they might disagree, and that's okay. They might disagree. They might not agree with what you're doing, even if you're financially capable of doing it. And let me say this: just because you have the money to follow your dream, you really need to consider on the long end, is it really, really something I want to do, or am I doing this because I have the money? Case in point, my wife has a friend that when she went to a wedding, and I'm not going to call her name, she went to a wedding and she saw a photo booth, and she told my wife that she wanted to get into the photo booth business, and because she saw all those people there. Well, what you didn't see was the time that it takes to get the clients, to set the photo booth up, to buy the props, to buy the photo booth, to do all of the work, and then had the audacity to ask my wife, could you tell your husband to give me some contacts? You must be out of your freaking mind. Because I worked hard. We worked hard to get contacts to position our business to where we are today. It's hard work. What you see now is the end of the hard works. What you see now is the end of, or the results of, let me say it that way, the faith without works is dead. We put in the work. There's sacrifices to following the dreams. The sacrifice is this, for me personally, speaking to me personally, I have to give up time on my weekends. I'll have a regular 9 to 5, and then I have to give up my time on the weekends to do events. And I'm thankful because this has, as I said in my last time I went live, this has been a banner year for us. We've done, I lost count, a lot of events. And the amazing part about that is we just started, after COVID kind of settled down a little bit. We started, I would say in May, maybe June, and we've been going hard, as young folks say, since June. The last couple of weekends we've been booked Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We have today's Saturday. We have multiple events today, 2 Mirror Photo Booth events and a 360 Photo Booth events, and we just booked another event for next week. So we booked all the way except Christmas weekend. So that's you have to sacrifice. You have to be willing to sacrifice when you're following your dreams. My dream was to start this events and entertainment business, and there's a sacrifice to go with. And then now, and I don't want to get spiritual, get churchy, but I have to tell you, I did, told God that I wanted my 360. That's our new pride and joy. I wanted that to be, I wanted it to be booked, and you have to be careful what you tell God, because He's done that. He's keeping us booked. So the downside of that, you can't want business and then not want business. So back to David Settle. When David Settle, when I started, thought about this business and thought it over and thought the pros and the cons, I literally took David. We went to Denny's, and I took a notepad, and we sat in Denny's for about 3 hours, and I literally wrote down everything that dude said. Everything. I mean, everything he said. I actually made him give me a template, if I could use it word it that way, a template of how I was going to follow this dream. And I wanted him to tell me, don't just tell me the good, because a lot of times people in this particular industry that we're in, all people see is money. They think you're making a lot of money, but they don't see the bridezillas. They don't see the people that's walking up, shaking their finger at you when you're DJing, saying, well, I'm the mother of the bride and I want this and blah, 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 and yada, yada, yada. They don't see all of that. They don't see you, the first person in and the last one to leave, setting up equipment, and they don't see that, and lugging out equipment. They don't see that. And God forbid they tell you set up upstairs. So I literally wrote down everything that David said, and then I took it home to see if it was applicable to me. Is what he said, does that work for me? Because every plan or every template, every workflow, if I could say it that way, that someone gives you, it doesn't always work for you. It might not apply to you. It might not work for you. What worked for him and DJS Entertainment might not have worked for Majestic Events and Entertainment. But however, the majority of it did. And one thing David did tell me was, well, let me say this. He didn't have a problem giving me the game. A lot of times we as people, we don't want to do reach one. I hate to do cliches. We don't want to do that. A lot of times, particularly in our community, I got it on my own and you go get it and, figure it out and all that. Wow. You really, so you mean to tell me you're so crappy that you're not going to help somebody that's trying to do better, but then you sit back and complain about those that's not doing better or not doing good or not have the same opportunities that you had. So again, I literally just wrote down what he said. And I keep looking out this window because a lot of stuff is going on. I literally wrote down what he said and put it on paper so I can visually see what's going on, and again, how it applies to me. How does it work for me? How do I manage what he said to me? And then I started reaching out to. So the first thing, was it attainable? We went back to that, going back to that, and the answer was yes. So then I had to figure out, how do I attain it? How do I get to be, make this business a success? Now, you can argue a successful business is one that makes a lot of money. One can argue that. That's yes and no. I would say if you're sustaining and you're doing something in the industry and you're recognizing, Graylin, DJ Chosen said this, I want to go where I'm accepted and not tolerated. So, our name, our business name is being mentioned in places where I never thought it would be mentioned. Our business name is being carried into places by people, by word of mouth, through social media, into places, into avenues, into areas where I never thought we would be. I didn't think it was possible. Well, I didn't think it would be done so quick. But again, we put in the work. To follow your dreams, you have to be willing to put in the work. Is it attainable? Am I willing to work? You're not going to be able to achieve your dream if you're not willing to work. Let me give you an analogy. For those that are saying they want to go to the league, you know, young folks got that bad. Oh man, I'm gonna go to the league. Okay, yeah, but how your SAT scores look? So you're not going to no league. No, you're not. Matter of fact, you'd be lucky to get into a JUCO with that SAT score that you just quoted me, and we're back. So you know, so a lot of people want to go to the league, but they don't want to put in the work. They don't want to be they don't want to do the training. They don't want to take the steps to get better. If you're playing a receiver, they don't want to learn how to run the routes. Chad Ochocinco, whatever his name is. One of the things about Chad Ochocinco, he was super fast, but he did not have football mentality. He could not learn his plays. They had only 2 routes from my checking on him, and one was just outrun everybody, run the fly. That was it. But he did not have football mentality. He did not have. Hey, what's up, Pedro? Hey, Pedro Lopez, what's up, boy? Hey, Pedro, put in the comments the name of your taco truck so I can shout you out. Thank you, sir. I work with Pedro. Pedro's a good dude. He has a taco truck. I'm gonna shout him out in just a minute as soon as he types in the comments. So if you're trying to follow your dreams, is it attainable? Can I do it? And then James Jackson, what's up? What's up, fam? What's up, boy? Good to see you, Thurber. Yeah. That's my boy. That's my boy from Victoria right there. Shout out, James. So is your dream? And wait a minute. And following your dreams. Hey, let me stop right there. Check this out. If you guys looking for a taco truck, right here, it's on the screen right there. You all need to holler at Pedro. Go to Facebook, like his Facebook page, business Facebook page. Check him out. Taco trucks, best in the business. Hey, Pedro, holler at me with a couple of them barbacoas. With potatoes and throw some avocados on there. Thank you, sir. Yeah. So is it attainable? Can I attain it? And then don't compare your business to somebody else. There's no way in the world you're gonna start a business and be successful like somebody that's been in business 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. You don't compare yourself to what they're doing. I did not go into business thinking, wow, man, I want to do like David and do, you know, a gazillion events a year. I knew that wasn't gonna happen. It was, you know, that was ridiculous to even believe something like that. Because when you do that, you're actually shooting yourself in the foot. Because when you don't reach that goal, that gazillion events, then you think you failed. No, the question is, are you doing events? That answer is yes, I'm doing events. Am I going to match what he's doing? No, I didn't set out to know that. Because in this industry, COVID really slapped the events and entertainment industry in the mouth. Because those people that were doing 300 and 100, 300 events went down to doing 50 or 60 because these venues shut down. People were frightened to be by each other, and it's still kind of, on the fence. So you can't compare your just starting out business to a business that's been existing for more than 5 years. You don't even compare to that. Now it is good for you to model something from every business has something positive that you can take from it. Don't look at the negative. Look at that business and say, what can I learn from this experience? What can I learn from them? So is my dream attainable? Can I attain it? And then when I plan to move forward, I got to ask myself, if it's a business, and we're talking about business, we're talking, and wait a minute, your dream might not be to own a business. Your dream might be to become manager of someone else's business, and that's okay. Your business, your dream might be to become CEO of someone's company. That's okay. Your dream should not be shrouded or wrapped around trying to start your own business, because where people fail is everybody wants to start a business, but they don't have the finances to do that. It takes money. Let me say that again. It takes money to start a business. And wait a minute, I'm getting ready to throw some shade. Don't be putting on social media a cash app wanting people to support you, support your business. So you want me to give you my money to support? No, they got banks and financial institutions for that. And the reason why you do it on Cash App, because your credit is crap and you can't go out and get a business loan. Because a business loan, they're going to ask for some type of collateral. I'm telling you what I heard, what I know, not what I heard. So is my dream attainable? How am I going to get to point A to point B? How am I going to get to my dream? How am I going to get there? What is it going to take for me? It's going to take time. It's going to take effort. It's going to take some stickability. You can't, I can't, let me talk about my business. I can't be worried about the dry months. When I say dry months, when the phone is not ringing and people are not booking us, because I know for certain through experience that that's going to happen. That is why if somebody calls me and they book me, I'm not lowering my price. You got to go get some more money. I'm telling you that right now. And you book me, I'm taking that event. Why? Because I need to take that event because in 2022, those events are going to slow down. There's going to be some months in between, where we just went through COVID, where there was 4 or 5 months where we didn't do any business. We had booked events, but they rescheduled them. Fortunately, none of our events got canceled. They just were rescheduled. So you have to be able to manage that mentally and financially when your phone or your business phone or just the dream seems like it's on the back burner. And there are going to be times when your dreams seem to have stalled out, seem to have lost its power, seem to have not, it's not going as fast. And if it doesn't go as fast as you want it to go, then you need to sit down and rethink, okay, is this going to work? And it's okay. Let me say this. It's okay if you have a dream and it does not come to fruition, whatever that word is. It's okay if that doesn't happen. Don't think for a minute that you're a failure. Don't think that that you're a failure. Let me tell you when you are a failure. You're a failure when 20 years down the road and you're sitting with your grandkids spitting out watermelon seeds somewhere. You say, man, I wish I would have. That's when you fail because you didn't even try. Don't nothing be failure but a try, a can't. And I never tell myself that I can't do anything. I wasn't raised like that. We were not raised. We had to have a can-do mentality in the English household. That's how we was raised. My dad and my mom instilled that in us to be something, to be something in your home, something in your church, and something in your community. They drove that into our head, and I thank them for that because when they were doing it, I didn't see it. I didn't like it either. But I'm reaping the benefits of that now. So following your dreams will require you, one, to first try to see if it is attainable. Can I do it? And then how am I going to get it done? What is my dream? How, who, what, when, where, how, and why? You need to ask yourself that. How am I going to get it done? Who's going to get it done? Where is it going to be done? What is it? What is my dream? Is someone else doing it? And if they're doing it, are they doing it right? And it's not, can I do it better? It's just, can I do it, period. Don't try to go into whatever field, whatever your dream is and try to be somebody else. You'll never be anybody else. You can only, I can't do somebody else, but I can do me and do it well. So I just wanted to encourage you again, that everybody should have some type of dream. Everybody should have some type of aspiration to be something. If you have career goals, follow your career goals. Do and I'm saying this, do what your workplace tells you to do. and that might be hypocritical to me because sometimes I struggle with doing what they tell me to do. Maybe it's the way that they tell me. I have to review that on my own time. But if you have career goals, map out a plan. Where do you want to be? I always say to myself, I'm an evaluation person. I'm constantly evaluating myself. Did I get better? Do I need to get better? Where are the areas I need work? And if you're not afraid, ask someone that's close to you where you need work. And don't be mad at their response. Don't be mad when they give you, the response of, well, you need to get better in this area here. And then you don't want to hear it when they tell you because you didn't like their response. So the challenge is find something that you can do and do it well. When you have that dream, Don't let anybody discourage you. Surround yourself with people that will encourage you. And sometimes in encouraging you, they're going to say something that you don't want to hear. When I was talking to David, he said some stuff that I did not want to hear. I wasn't trying, but I wanted to hear the negative so it could prepare me for what's down the road. And the negative was, hey, dude, it's going to be some times where people are not going to call you, or it's going to be some times where they call you and say, hey, man, well, I called this DJ. I called DJ Chump Change, and he said he could DJ my 6-hour event for $100. Hey, dude, you can have it. Because there are some clients I don't want. I'm going to be honest with you, straight up. I'm not DJing. We are not DJing any event, for less than what we know we were. We know our value. We know what we bring to the table. And you have to know your value of your dream. Know how valuable it is to you. Because if it's not valuable to you, it's doggone sure not going to be valuable to nobody else. So again, encouraging you to follow your dreams, figure out what it is. And chances are you already know what that is. Follow your aspirations to be better than you are today. So again, I want to thank you. We're going to be back on the 3rd Saturday of the month, I believe. I have to check my calendar. But if you want to follow us, check that out. You can follow us right there. Thank you for watching our podcast, and make sure you share it on your Facebook page. You can go to YouTube. We're there. Follow us on, or like our Facebook page. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Twitter. And we also want you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. So thank you again. Make sure you share it, and we will catch you the next time. Thank you.
You've been listening to Clifford's Corner Podcast.
Love what I do. Yeah.
Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram.